There are over 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and nearly every single one of them is named after a location or a historical figure. But along the shores of Lake Michigan, there is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope. It is so easy to get lost in what this world lacks, to become discouraged by its needs, gaps, and flaws. Can we see beyond the uncertainty and brokenness? At Hope College, we do. Not by ignoring the world as it is, but by learning and living with the belief that this is not the world as it should be, by driving to understand, to unlock clarity, to amplify truth, by leading with inspired compassion, by embodying a vision that illuminates greater opportunity for all, by serving with anchored conviction, using our collective gifts to offer this world what it needs most. Hope. Not simply hope as a desire, but hope as a way of being. Because hope has changed the way we see the world, and hope drives us to change the way the world is. Because hope shapes our calling. Because hope inspires our dreams. Because hope empowers our talents. Because hope frees us to try. Because hope transforms what we believe, transforms how we act, transforms who we are. At Hope College, we know this life-altering grace is a gift we have all been given, and it is the greatest gift we can offer the world. Hope transforms.
You're looking live at a snowy DeVos Fieldhouse here in Holland, Michigan. We're here for the NCAA Division III basketball's biggest stage, the NCAA tournament. Flying Dutch basketball here at DeVos Fieldhouse. I'm Jordan George alongside Scott Vanderstoop. Excited to bring this one to you. First round action, NCAA tournament, as the Hope women look to defend their national championship and get started on the right foot tonight against the Green Knights of St. Norbert.
JG, it's good to have you back. You fought the snow. You made it. It's bad out.
A little bit of a treacherous journey from Grand Rapids, but wouldn't want to miss this.
Well, we had a great game in game one. The Wartburg Knights finally pulled away and ended up winning by 15, but it was a great game. It was a grinder, a lot of defense. I think we may see a little bit of this from St. Norbert. They come in with a very impressive 25-3 record. However, they are not regionally ranked. They're not nationally ranked. They don't bring a lot of offensive potency, but it's hard to argue with success. And when you're facing a team that's only lost 3 times, you have to believe that they've figured out ways to win. They are led by their star in the middle, Casey. I want to make sure I get this right. Oh, here we are. We got the starters. So they are, thank you, folks. And Casey Giersek leads all scorers for the Crusaders, 14 points a game. Olivia DeClean comes next. She's in the guard spot. She wears number 4. She averages 10. Chloe Krasinski, Casey Jepson, and Emma Morrissey wrap up the starters for St. Norbert of De Pere, Wisconsin. One little fun fact, DeClean, Olivia, number 4, is a hometown kid, comes from De Pere, and decided to stay home for her college education. We got the Hope starters coming up here in just a second, I do believe. JG, why don't you take them as soon as they pop up on the screen?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a Hope team that, talk to people around their program, they feel like they're playing their best basketball right now, and anyone that's familiar with basketball knows you want to be playing your best in March. This is a Hope team that's ultra experienced, a group of seniors here that have won over 100 games in their Hope College career. Savannah Feenstra, someone that's really come on strong in this season for Hope, as well as Ella McKinney, Claire Bagley, Meg Morehouse, and Kate Majerus. A lot of postseason honors for this group, and a group that wants to, start that path towards repeating after obviously winning the national championship last year.
St. Norbert comes in having, as I said, a very impressive 25-3 record. They won their conference, the NAC, and then they defeated Wisconsin Lutheran 48-42, one of those grinding defensive battles. One of the things I'm looking for, JG, is it's going to be DeClean and Krasinski. They accounted for 26 of the 48 points, whereas we sort of have the triple threat of Bagley, McKinney, and Feenstra, and we're really deeper than that. It looks like it's DeClean and it's Krasinski who will be holding down fort, at least on the offensive end, for the Crusaders. I don't see, as I've reviewed here, they have any common opponents with Hope. They have lost to Eau Claire, not a shameful loss by any means. Randolph-Macon, you know this, on the men's side, they are dominant, and they are also strong in women's. And then Carroll University from Waukesha was their third and other loss for the year. So it will be, I think, a terrific matchup. On paper, you have to like Hope's chances, but everybody right now is one and done. And as I was saying to, here's my sense as a guy who's coached 0 minutes of basketball in his career. Last year, the team was deep enough and experienced enough and powerful enough they could underperform and probably come out with a victory. I don't know if there's as much room for error in this team. I think they're still top 3, top 4 team in the country, but I don't know if they're noticeably ahead of everybody else like they were last year.
Yeah, I think you're right, Scott. Another interesting thing to watch, this St. Norbert team led by 2 seniors, first team all-conference performers in DeClain and Gierchik. Just something to watch. This is their first NCAA tournament appearance, those 2, but 2 seniors that have played in a lot of games. Obviously, tall task to come into a bustling DeVos Fieldhouse here and play against the hometown Flying Dutch. Well, we'll take a quick break. We'll turn it over to public address announcer Darren Dystemars for our starting lineups and national anthem, and be back right after the break here with NCAA tournament basketball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here in the campus of Hope College for today's first round contest of the NCAA Division III Women's Basketball Championship. Tonight's featured teams are the Green Knights of St. Norbert College and the Hope College Flying Dutch. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for St. Norbert at 1 forward, a 5'8" sophomore from De Pere, Wisconsin, number 11, Casey Jepson. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'11" senior from Ada, number 4, Claire Bagley. At 1 forward for St. Norbert, a 5'8" junior from Crivets, Wisconsin, number 34, Chloe Krasinski. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 6-foot senior from Sycamore, Illinois, number 14, Kate Majerus. Starting at center for St. Norbert, a 5'10" senior from Green Bay, Wisconsin, number 20, Casey Gierchik. And at center for the Flying Dutch, a 6'1" senior from Osceola, Indiana, number 21, Savannah Feenstra. At one guard for St. Norbert, a 5'4" senior from De Pere, Wisconsin, number 4, Olivia DeClean. And at one guard for the Flying Dutch, a 5'8" senior from Zeeland, number 2, Meg Morehouse. And at the final guard spot for St. Norbert, a 5'8" sophomore from Hoffman Estates, Illinois, number 10, Emma Morrissey. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutch, a 5'9" senior from Hazlitt, number 15, Ella McKinney. Head coach for St. Norbert College is Amanda Leonard Perry. Head coach for the Flying Dutch is Brian Morehouse. Your officials this evening, Amanda Bender, Drew Hoffman, and Kamaria Douglas. Your alternate official is Andy McKellar.
Just about ready to go here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Scott, something about when they cut the lights and the anticipation builds, and there's something about the NCAA tournament, just it raises the level only more here in the Fieldhouse. Two really solid teams that are two of the hottest teams in Division III, ready to go at it.
If for no other reason, you realize that there is no tomorrow unless you can pull off a victory. And otherwise, I mean, I will say that as much as I love to watch women's basketball at Hope College, I got to tell you, JG, some of the games are just boring, because you know they're going to be very lopsided, and such is not the case. I mean, we talked about, does St. Norbert come from the kind of the same power conference as a place like Hope? Hope has kind of the luxury of having 2 or 3 teams that are sort of in the conversation every time. Whether St. Norbert plays at that level or not, I think we'll be finding out tonight. That's illegal.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to start this one as Feenstra caught the ball. That's a violation. It'll be St. Norbert basketball to start this one from DeVos Fieldhouse.
That's instinct. You can't not catch the ball.
Hey, Feenstra's just an athlete, you know, making a play. Well, here's Olivia DeClean, Conference Player of the Year in the NACC this year for the Green Knights. She'll lead things for St. Norbert, and leading for Hope is Savannah Feenstra off to the races. Steal and a bucket. Opening the scoring is Feenstra.
Good defense by Hope triggers lots of transition baskets, and that's where they are at their best.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The Flying Dutch thrive off deflections, and speaking of deflections, Majerus just a little over-aggressive there. Couldn't put on the brakes. Foul tag for her.
Two schools that are very similar in many ways, both in smaller towns. Holland a little bigger than De Pere, but De Pere in the shadow of Green Bay. And both schools very missionally aligned, both faith-based institutions that emphasizing the liberal arts. So similarities in more than just basketball here on the court tonight.
Krashinsky looked down low and unable to hit. Here comes Hope. They love to play with pace. Bagley leading the break. Kick out try for McKinney. Love the way that Hope shares the ball, and Morehouse drove hard with the right hand. Thought that DeClean might have been in a nice position there. They'll call a block, and it'll be Hope on the side.
Well, one of the things when we pregame as officials, we want to say, make your first call a good call, but it's a lot easier when the call's easy. That was not an easy call.
No doubt, tough one. Bagley crossover, a nice move. Pass into Feenstra. Quick 4 points for Savannah Feenstra here in this one.
I think coaches might say Hope's playing downhill, JG.
No doubt about it. Morehouse has to be excited with the defensive effort and energy here early, and trap on the baseline. St. Norbert lucky to come away with that one. Gearchick over to DeClean. Skip pass now to Morrissey. Morrissey tries the deep triple, and Emma Morrissey knocks that one in.
Hoffman Estates, Illinois, a place we recruit a lot as a Hope College admissions group.
McKinney stops at the elbow and outside to Morehouse. This starting 5 for Hope, so potent offensively. A little miscommunication as Bagley throws it away. Was looking for Morehouse.
Well, I pride myself on wearing a lot of orange, but I got to say, Coach Leonard Perry with the green pants dwarfs anything good orange. Those are classic.
Next
green.
Level.
They are.
Oh, I thought Emma Morrissey might go back-to-back from the long line, and unable to hit. It'll be a Hope basketball on the side.
We want to say hi to a couple people here. First of all, we want to say hi to Director and Coordinator of Division III officiating, Mary Toberman, who's watching. She's probably got about 16 screens up right now, but we appreciate her as she is watching and deciding who gets advanced as officials in the next round. And we got more people to say hi to after that turnover.
Yeah, DeClean starting the break herself over to, that's Krasinski, and nice move there. St. Norbert takes the early lead, 5-4, Green Knights. McKinney, deep triple try right wing. Yes, Ella McKinney, almost automatic from that spot, gives Hope the 2-point lead.
Crowd off to getting something excited, or something to be excited about early. They fought the weather to be here. If it's not safe for you to drive, just stay with us today on NCAA basketball.
Oh, nice pass inside. How about that pass by Olivia DeClean? You can tell why DeClean, Conference Player of the Year, really aware senior.
Everything happens from her.
Nice pass inside to Feenstra, and McKinney got the angle. Good job by Feenstra to collect that one. She'll head to the free throw line.
Official with the delayed whistle there, waiting to see if Sav can play through it. She could not. Good call as Savannah was able to draw contact on the shorter, I think that might have been, we blew that one on Morrissey, I think.
String of substitutions here for both squads.
Natalie Serrato, a senior, another hometown kid from De Pere. Also into the game, Gearchick was already in, so Jada Gardner in for Hope. And who else did we get in there? I'm not looking here.
We got Carson Carlblum as well.
She's getting more minutes. She's played a lot more second half than she did first. She's been on fire from 3-point.
One of those seniors for Hope that's taken quite a jump here in the second half of the season.
And Raven Jemison, we might see her later.
Morrissey was looking inside to a cutting Krasinski. Krasinski, one of the go-to offensive players for the Green Knights, averages 10 points per game, unable to handle that one. Tie ball game here with about 3 minutes gone from DeVos.
Kendall Seatsman for the Dutch.
Seatsma, interesting story. Freshman from Hudsonville, Michigan, actually was homeschooled for high school, played in a high-level homeschool league, and obviously making some contributions here for Hope, appearing in her first NCAA tournament game.
You got to play AAU if you're homeschooled, I would think, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the experience, get the competition.
Morrissey on the right wing. We've seen her involved early. Swings it over to Serrato. Cross-court pass. Good ball movement here from the Green Knights early. Left-hand try. No good by Krasinski. Good defensive stand from Hope, and here comes Gardner.
Great defense by Bagley. Krasinski made a nice spin move, but Bagley held tight.
Oh, McKinney had a hand in her face there. Tried to go back-to-back from the long line. No good. Corralled by DeClean. Gardner doing a nice job on DeClean. That's a tough matchup for the sophomore. Loose ball for a moment. And I have a feeling, Scott, that DeClean's going to have the ball in her hands quite a bit tonight. It seems that's going to be a held ball. It'll be Hope basketball.
One of the things I've noticed, I know you've been here for a lot of the women's games as well, is, you know, a team will come in with a really strong point guard, but then they get tired because they have to go against Gardner and Morehouse, and they don't really get a break. So we'll see once how DeClean holds up, because it's a big, big challenge.
Deep triple from Carlblum. That one barely catches iron. Scramble down low. It'll be another jump ball, and back-to-back possessions. 2 held balls, possession arrow, back to St. Norbert. Yeah, interesting point that you make, Scott. I mean, Morehouse already got a little 2-minute break here, and Gardner and Morehouse now playing together, moving Morehouse off the ball defensively. That's a luxury to have, fresh legs here early for Hope.
Tough call on Carson Carlblum for illegal defense, as she's just kind of wrong place, wrong time.
Here's Olivia DeClean, senior from De Pere. And Hope really extending that defense right now. Natalie Serrato counted outside by Kaiser. Nice job there from 18 feet. That's Taylor Theory.
Theory, a freshman also from Casco, Wisconsin. One of those many little towns in the Badger State I have not heard of. We want to say hello to everybody listening in the Badger State. We know we got a lot of people in Hope Nation, but they can make the drive a lot easier, so we hope we represent and particularly pronounce your school well tonight.
Morehouse tried the 16-foot fall away, and that one's tipped away. DeClean triggering the St. Norbert offense. Another deep triple try by Morrissey. And how about Emma Morrissey? She's came to play the sophomore, gives St. Norbert the 5-point lead.
Kaiser had the time to get out early, but I don't think she wanted to get beat on the shot fake.
Hope looking to answer. Jada Gardner probing the defense. Carblin thought about it. 15 on the shot clock here for Hope. Nice defensive stand for St. Norbert. Gardner driving into traffic, and that one's tipped away by DeClean.
She's doing it on both ends.
Morrissey with the ball on the left wing. She's attempted the most three-pointers on the team this year. DeClean, that one you could tell right from the start was moving a little bit left.
Well, we're going to have a media timeout, JG, but I do believe St. Norbert has got the Dutch's attention.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We'll take a quick break here. First media timeout. St. Norbert leads 12-7 at DeVos Fieldhouse.
Shay, and I have a condition that I take a medication that's made out of human plasma.
Hi, Shay. Welcome to BioLife. We take the generous gift of these donors in order to make these therapies. We make it safe, fast, and easy. You know, you're compensated for your time while you're coming in and donating.
I just really wanted to thank you for your donation because y'all do change lives. Y'all really do. And I'm thankful for that.
We want to say a special hello to another group of Wisconsin folks. Probably not Ken George and Greg Mitchell, because my guess is they're busy watching game 2. But we want to say hi to all the Hope people who traveled to Oshkosh to watch the Hope men victory over Bethany Lutheran. A big game. Probably enjoying this. Maybe they're staying at that beautiful Best Western right on the Fox River. I don't know. But hello to all the Hope men's fans who are joining us, led by Athletic Director Tim Schoonbeld.
That was a nice win for the men's squad, advances them to the round of 32. We'll face potentially the host Oshkosh in the second round, and some swarming Hope defense out of the timeout. Hope with a bucket on one end and then a forced turnover on the other.
Casey Jepson, another hometown kid, sophomore from De Pere, involved with the tie-up with Gardner. AP arrow goes to the Dutch.
Jada Gardner back out there. She's been in for the last 4 minutes or so running the Hope offense. Feenstra with 6 early points as well. Morehouse, that one is deep. Oh, Meg Morehouse from Zeeland knocks it in. 12-12 ball game here, evens the score.
And by Zeeland, you mean literally she shot that from Zeeland.
Absolutely. Morehouse picking it up on the defensive end as well, going against Emma Morrissey. Gierchik got to her spot, just wasn't able to finish.
Great defense by Feenstra.
Morehouse starting the break herself. Say that Feenstra took one too many steps there on the start of that drive. It'll be St. Norbert basketball.
I was watching JG. Gierchik is really denying on Feenstra, even high up. And I think they've probably got it scouted as a big who can shoot the three. We'll see if Feenstra can do a little spin move or make a back cut to get free to loosen that defense up.
Yeah, this Hope team is so interesting because none of Hope's leading scorers are averaging more than like a 14-point per game mark, and makes it a tough team to guard. And we'll have another turnover there. That's Casey Gierchik, the senior from Green Bay, caught with the travel. Tie ball game here with about 7 minutes gone.
That's what we call matching up calls. That way both coaches can be mad at you with equal vitriol.
Feenstra top of the key over to Ella McKinney. McKinney, aggressive offensive player, tried to finish with the left. Couldn't do it. St. Norbert doing a good job of finishing trips. Not a lot of second chances for the Flying Dutch here early. Morrissey has a couple of triples early. And Feenstra really active on both ends right now, tips it away.
We saw this a lot in game 1, JG. The defense is so good that they pick up the dribble and they are off balance and they make poor decisions, and they're trying to get rid of it.
Majerus corner three. Oh, Kate Majerus, one of the best shooters in Hope history, knocks it in from the corner and gives Hope a 3-point lead.
Dad Rob Majerus sitting right behind us, getting all excited.
His trusty go-to spot.
The only thing he didn't do right tonight is he didn't bring me any peanuts from the peanut store. Tomorrow, Mr. Majerus.
Swing over to Casey Jepson. Feenstra has done a really nice job being active defensively, but good pass from Jefferson into Gierchik, just was unable to finish.
Good find by Morrissey.
This is a pace that Hope wants to play at, up and down, driving off deflections, steals. Hope has seemed a little bit out of sync on the offensive end of the half court. I think you have to give a lot of credit to St. Norbert, though, for the defensive effort here early.
Yeah, they're checking up one-on-one, and they're not getting beat, and so there's no room to kick. There's no room to get an interior bounce pass. So they're very fun, at least so far, very fundamentally sound on defense, particularly on-ball defense.
Morehouse gets a break. Feenstra, left corner, a triple. Couldn't hit, but she's versatile enough to do that. That's a shot that Coach Morehouse is comfortable with there from Feenstra. Olivia DeClean guarded by Gardner. Hope's going to continue to rotate guards onto Olivia DeClean. You can tell, and the pressure is bothering her a little bit as Jada Gardner tips that one away. Oh, what a pass. Ella McKinney, the vision, senior to senior.
Secondary break, we used to call that back in the day. Probably don't use that phrase anymore, do you?
You know, I have to be honest.
You haven't heard
Not really. I've heard it, but that's not necessarily in my vocabulary. I like it.
I yield to your greater skill. You feel free to credit me or ignore me. Your choice.
This is all about balance. That one just off, and man, rare play there from Hope. Let that one bounce a couple times, and offensive board, and Emma Morrissey knocks it in. Oh, Macheras wide open on an island, and lucky break there for St. Norbert. She's almost automatic from that spot.
Too open. Kind of like my Michigan man last night who missed it at the buzzer in double OT.
Too soon. Krasinski. Awkward play there. As good job by McKinney to collect that 50-50 ball. Be Hope basketball.
Little sweat on the pumpkin that time, I think, caused that ball to slip away, and Krasinski was not able to. Well, she tried to hustle after it and committed the contact foul. That is the fourth of the period for the Knights.
They do have some fancy new basketballs that they get for the NCAA tournament. They have the NCAA tournament logo marked right on them. I also see a Title IX logo marked on there. So maybe
some slip,
some adjustment. They got to break those suckers in.
Maybe go out and play one-on-one in the driveway a little bit.
Yeah.
Get that roughed up.
Maybe not in this weather. It'll be St. Norbert basketball after the Majerus travel. They'll be content to take the last shot of this first quarter. Back and forth first quarter. Hope leads by 3. DeClean, and as expected, Olivia DeClean's going to be the center of the offensive attack for St. Norbert, going against Gardner. Forced way out far from the basket, but nice crossover move. Kick out on that one off the top of the backboard for Krasinski. And interesting back and forth first quarter. There's no doubt about it that St. Norbert has come to play here. The Green Knights are ready on the road at DeVos Fieldhouse.
We're going to take a break. We will be back with more NCAA hoops.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
College campus, where Hope College leads St. Norbert in round 1, the round of 64 in NCAA Division III women's basketball. Game 2, the winner of this one will take on the Knights of Wartburg College out of Waverly, Iowa. And it was a great first quarter, and here to bring you the action for the second quarter is Mr. Jordan George.
DeClean and Gardner, that's a matchup we watched all game, and Raven Jemison also checked in at the quarter break. Kind of an X factor for Hope here through the last half of the season.
She's been great.
Serrato was looking inside, and they're looking to Casey Gierchek. Gierchek doing a really good job of being physical inside, taking her space, and that's been kind of a common theme here through the first quarter.
Gierchek averages 5.9 rebounds a game, so she can do it on both ends.
Teclean was just about to run out of time. Gave it to Serrato. Over there to Gierchek. Oh, Gierchek stops and hits. Casey Gierchek been really impressed with her game so far. Inside-outside player.
Jemison just a little late. That's going to be a foul on Jemison, as that was, I think that one was pre-gamed, as Gierchek recognized Jemison running down and just was waiting for her offensive foul. Tough break for Hope.
Tight ball game here, just starting the second quarter from Holland, Michigan. Natalie Serrato inside, and Serrato gets the friendly bounce. Jada Gardner tried to take the charge there, and St. Norbert's leads by 1. McKinney on the offensive end now for Hope. Hope needs to get some offensive continuity here. Miscommunication between Jemison and Claire Bagley, and St. Norbert will go the other way.
Part of it is Jemison has been a little later arrival to primetime minutes. She's been playing great, but Bagley and she have probably played less together than, say, Feenstra or Majerus.
Gierchek outside. Serrato, 10 on the shot clock for St. Norbert. Morrissey out to Olivia Teclean. Teclean, fall away shot. Oh, high degree of difficulty on that one, couldn't hit.
Bagley looking for something on numbers.
Getting the call from Coach Morehouse. Looking at Jemison inside. Bagley outside. Oh, Carson Carlblum, much needed breath of fresh air for Hope on the offensive end.
Crystal Lake, Illinois, the place we recruit heavily, Chicago suburbs.
St. Norbert trying to answer on the offensive end. Gierchek facing the length of Raven Jemison. And Jada Gardner ultra active on that defensive end. We'll have some Hope subs.
So I'm going to check here if they have minutes logged. 9 minutes, 13 seconds of the 10 minutes of the first quarter by Teclean. She will sleep well tonight.
Taking a look at some first quarter stats, kind of a stat that jumps out to me is turnovers for both these squads. 7 for St. Norbert in so far, and 6 for Hope so far. These are teams that are low turnover teams. 12 turnovers per game for St. Norbert throughout the season, so a little bit higher than they'd like. Kick out try. Serrato, oh, that one was halfway in, couldn't get it to go. Here comes Morehouse.
Both teams shooting pretty well. 50 for Hope, 50 for St. Norbert, 53 for Hope so far.
McKinney, kick out try. Carson Carlblum. Oh, Carson Carlblum. You could hear Coach Morehouse say, find Carson, find Carson. Knocks it in, gives Hope the 5-point lead.
And Hope was, St. Norbert was late getting out on the kick, and Hope will make you pay with several different players.
Morrissey, and you get a sense that this is a little bit of a turning point here. Hope on an offensive run, 5-point lead. Pressure's gotten to St. Norbert here over the last minute and a half. Morrissey drive, wild shot from Morrissey. She collects her own rebound. Johnny on the spot, and 10 points, double digits for Emma Morrissey.
That one couldn't have started worse or ended better for the sophomore from Hoffmore Estates.
Carlblum, oh, no conscience for Carson Carlblum. Thought she was gonna knock it in. St. Norbert doing a good job of pushing the pace, and Feenstra will get tagged with the foul on Grushinski.
What a crosstown find to catch Grushinski coming on the right side, and Feenstra had to take a whack at her, pick up her first foul, because otherwise it was a free layup.
I've been meaning to mention this, Scott. I think it's a great touch. St. Norbert, located right near Green Bay, Wisconsin. Packers colors.
There you go.
I think any coincidence? I might need to do some halftime research on that.
Yeah, we might need to put a team on that. I'm wondering if they crossed the Hope men's bus somewhere on I-94 coming in, as the men left yesterday morning, and they were probably on the road heading toward Holland. And we had some snow since they're from the Badger State. We had some snow waiting for them. Nothing they can't handle, I'm sure, from De Pere, Wisconsin.
That makes them feel right at home. Here's Morehouse, right-hand drive. Good ball movement once again. Thought Carson Carblin might have fired up another one. Kaiser, good job of penetrating. Carson Carblin was as open as she's been, couldn't knock it in.
Hope holding on to a 1-point lead. Not great offensive efficiency the last couple trips.
Krasinski, Morrissey, that's the one that Hope cannot afford to leave open. Emma Morrissey making her presence felt. 13 points for Morrissey, the sophomore.
She is carrying. Oh, and another offensive foul on Hope. I think that's the third player and team control foul we had one on Jemison, that one on Morehouse, and then early on, I think it was the first play of the game. And I think, I'm trying to remember, it might have been Bagley. No, it wasn't Bagley. Majerus, maybe.
You can see the replay there, and that one was pretty clear. Morehouse really extended her arm quite clearly in plain sight of the officials, so go the other way.
Credit to St. Norbert for playing good defense.
That's a unique play. That's going to be a foul on 15 Taylor Theory, as they were both kind of trying to track that loose ball down.
Tough situation because unfortunately when you're lying on the ground, you're probably going to get called for a foul, and that's what happened to Theory.
Always an awkward spot. Kaiser to Bagley. Feenstra, Hope, really comfortable from three-point land right now, and Savannah Feenstra gives them a lead.
Osceola, Indiana.
Jepson swings it over. Great ball movement. Morrissey once again, left wing. Oh, Emma Morrissey. St. Norbert crowd would have gone crazy if that one would have gone in. Morehouse tried with the left hand, got right to that left block, and will head to the free throw line for 2.
And that's going to be the second on DeClean. That won't go unnoticed by the coaching staff. They can't really. Back in my day, JG, you played at first half till you had 3, and you played the third quarter till you had 4. But I know that coaches are more protective of that this time. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. But I think they can ill afford to live without her or Morrissey.
Yeah, DeClean, just watching the offensive trips, she's the person that initiates, it seems 90% of their offense. So especially against Hope's pressure, going to be interesting to keep an eye on. And yeah, DeClean will stay in there with about 5 minutes left in quarter number 2.
Gierczek will come in and Grasinski will come out.
Well, here's Olivia DeClean matched up with Meg Morehouse, defensive player of the year in the MIAA this year. That one tipped away. We'll head to another media timeout here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Halfway through quarter number 2, we'll be right back with NCAA basketball.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
4:54 to go, second quarter. I think I sensed a little bit of overconfidence as the game began. Talking to people around campus today, probably the home court advantage, Hope's national stature, their body of work, their previous resume, and any kind of overconfidence I think has been assuaged as St. Norbert is giving Hope everything they can handle in the first half.
St. Norbert, a team just looking at their resume, their body of work. For a team to be 18-0 in conference is a team that's been battle-tested in close games, in tough road games. So it's a St. Norbert team, especially led by seniors, that has come to play. And that's, oh man, that's going to be Olivia DeClean, isn't it? tough break for the Green Knights.
It absolutely is, because she was trying to get a backdoor cut, and that is absolutely wrong place, wrong time. I mean, in some ways, you gotta make sure, as they used to teach me at officiating camp, fouls are committed. Make sure the poor person you're going to call it on did something wrong, and I'm not sure she did anything wrong there.
Oh, Ella McKinney. Ella McKinney immediately makes St. Norbert pay on that one. Gives Hope a 6-point lead. And now it looks like Emma Morrissey is going to take over the point guard duties, someone that we've seen be really aggressive offensively early. Natalie Serrato had a nice look at it, but Hope leading by 6. You get the sense they might start playing downhill once again. McKinney, oh, so aggressive, McKinney.
You might want to, you wonder if the St. Norbert team wants to maybe start to, I hate to say it, I know you're down by 6, but maybe you want to take a little time off and play a little slower paced game at this point, because you want to make sure your star gets back. You don't want to give Hope 4 minutes of offensive firepower without your star in there.
Jada Gardner stopping at the free throw line. Najaris left wing triple. We had a good vantage point of that one, just off to the right. Good job by Sietsma to get a second chance. Hope firing from deep here on that possession.
They are jacking, and they're giving St. Norbert a couple of favors here, as they're not able to hit them down, knock them down.
Interesting lineup in here for Hope. No Savannah Feenstra at the moment, so a little bit more of a guard-oriented lineup. Sietsma, a player that'll play outside a little bit as well. 10 on the shot clock for St. Norbert. Jepson guarded tightly by Jada Gardner. She got a hand on it. What a defensive stop from Hope.
Jepson is not the same person. She's a great player, but she's not the same point guard leader that DeClean is, and you notice it early on now that DeClean is out.
Claire Bagley left-hand dribble.
That foul's going to go against Taylor Theory. That will be her second personal. 4th on the team, as we got 3:04 to left. Hope leading by 6, 1 foul away from going to the line for the rest of the quarter.
Emma Harris checking in for St. Norbert, a player that plays an average of 3 minutes per game, excuse me. Has appeared in 17 contests, and
having to go a little deeper with fouls.
McKinney stops in the paint. 10 on the shot clock for the Flying Dutch. Bagley out to Gardner. Great vision from Bagley. Feenstra, right place, right time. Savannah Feenstra gives Hope the 8-point lead.
This is a critical time for St. Norbert, JG, because Emma Harris is not going to be able to keep up with Emma McKinney, and they've got to somehow survive the next 2:41.
It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll take a quick break and be back with NCAA basketball from DeVos Fieldhouse.
Or downsizing, the process can feel overwhelming. Let the local team at Lighthouse Title help the closing process be one less worry. Just ask your real estate professional or lender to close at Lighthouse Title. To learn more about how we are involved in our 35 communities or to ask us any questions about the process, visit us online at lighthousetitle.net.
Welcome back here to DeVos Fieldhouse, and in that last time out, Amanda Leonard Perry, the third-year head coach of St. Norbert, really coaching up her players hard, urging them on, and this, you get the sense, Scott, this is a really critical last 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
It absolutely is, and if I'm Hope, I want to get the ball in the hands of Ella McKinney right now, because I think that's a mismatch. I think McKinney, having said that, Emma Harris just beat everybody to the basket, but she couldn't get a good shot off. And that is going to go against Emma Harris, I think. Well, the trail official came in hard, JG, with a foul about which she was very confident. Coach Leonard Perry did not share that confidence, and that's going to be the 5th team foul of the quarter. So that's going to put Hope at the line. A tough sequence of events again for St. Norbert. Our bias is clear, but on that one, that was an odd sequence, and it really and it ended up putting Feenstra on the line.
Majerus just long on that one. Nice job by Emma Harris to rebound that. Emma Harris, the 5'7" freshman. Natalie Serrato guarded closely by Meg Morehouse here with about 2 minutes left in the first half. Hope leads by 9. Nice job by Giercheck to stay under control and tried to finish over Feenstra. Just couldn't quite get it to go. Morehouse pushing the pace now. Oh, what a pass by McKinney. Turned the corner, eyes in the back of her head. Ella McKinney gives Hope an 11-point lead.
Great play, McKinney creating, beating Harris, and then finding Feenstra.
Oh, what a move, under control. Casey Giercheck, the senior, got that one to go, and that's a needed offensive basket for the Green Knights.
It was absolutely, because, shall we say, JG, like you young kids do, Hope's playing downhill.
You get the sense, they've been playing downhill in 1.5 to 2 minute stretches. The defense turns into offense, and it's been a nice stretch here for Hope, but St. Norbert trying to stem that Hope run.
I think they need to keep it under 10 here with their star out and the mismatches that they have right now. They're hanging.
Kaiser. Morehouse from the anchor. Oh, Gardner, how did she sneak through? Jada Gardner puts it up.
Emma Harris tried to get a body on her, but it didn't work. Jada Gardner, 2 quicks. She's a slasher, and she found a way to get the O rebound.
Get the sense that things are going to run through Giercheck here with Olivia DeClean out. That was a nice look inside, just unable to finish, and Hope comes away with it. Gardner with about a minute left here in quarter 2.
Someone's got a guard her.
Gardner, corner triple. DeVos Fieldhouse is ready to explode for that one. Offensive rebound, and Hope with a second chance.
St. Norbert's tired.
Morehouse, left hand finish for Morehouse. 12-point lead for Hope here as we near the last couple possessions.
The left hand kiss.
Morrissey guarded by Gardner. Gardner really hounding Morrissey. Shot clock's running low, and we got a hand check foul on Meg Morehouse.
Well, they don't have a foul to give, so that's going to give some free throws to the Green Knights. No, yeah, that's 5. That's 5. We need to shoot here, don't we?
Want to give a shout out to St. Norbert's men's team as well. They won in the first round of the Division III tournament today over number 21 Carleton College. So
big win.
Impressive victory for the Green Knights men's squad that advances them to the round of 32. So congratulations.
Big win against a good school from a tough conference. That Minnesota conference is good.
Emma Morrissey unable to hit, but Emma Morrissey has really, for long stretches, kept the Green Knights in this one on the offensive end. 13 points for the sophomore.
Ooh, she'll be thinking about those. Those were 2 big free throws for the Green Knights.
10 on the game clock for the Flying Dutch. It's been the last possession of half number 1. Jada Gardner is going to trigger the offense. Gardner to Feenstra, 2 on the clock. And they'll say St. Norbert foul there on number 20, Casey Giercheck.
It's going to be Giercheck's first, so no foul trouble, but Feenstra will go for a pair here, and the timing couldn't be worse because we got 1.1 on the clock.
Savannah Feenstra at the line and knocks in the first to give her 16 points on the evening. I mean, this Hope team so balanced scoring-wise all season, but big performances like this one have definitely helped.
Only 16 points and a half? Come on. Wow. Over almost half of the points. 17 points for Feenstra.
That'll wrap up half number 1. A back and forth competitive first half here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Hope fans rise and give a little bit of an applause here as Hope leads 42-28 over St. Norbert. We'll be back with second half action in NCAA basketball after a break.
Killian, Smitty, Spalding, Spec Seeds, and Wilson Sporting Goods. We thank them for their support of of NCAA championships. Their contributions help enhance the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA athletes.
A single thread is unique.
My name's Emma Detmers, and I'm a communications major, and then I'm minoring in environmental studies. I play soccer. The first soccer game of my junior year, I tore my ACL. Our athletic trainer, Annie, was there for me right when it happened, and she was there for me literally every step of the way. That was definitely a huge growing opportunity for me, and it was really hard, but it really pushed me to be a leader with more of my voice because I couldn't lead by example on the field. It definitely made me take a step back and realize how much there is to be grateful for.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to share hope stories of transformational impact.
The NCAA expresses our gratitude to our corporate champions and partners. Without their support, these great championship moments and opportunities are not possible for our student athletes. The NCAA's commitment to the highest levels of fairness and well-being, along with the pursuit of excellence in both academics and athletics, helps build a championship culture. With their generosity, our corporate partners make it possible to celebrate champions. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
I'm Dr. Seth Palmer, an ears, nose, and throat physician at Michigan ENT and Allergy Specialist and a 2002 graduate of Hope College.
And I'm Dr. Rich Straving, a fellow ear, nose, and throat physician at Michigan ENT and Allergy Specialist and a 1996 graduate of Calvin University.
Hope fan
or Calvin fan,
we are on the same team serving your needs.
With 6 locations throughout West Michigan,
we've got your medical concerns covered.
My name is Shay, and I have a condition that I take a medication that's made out of human plasma.
Hi, Shay. Welcome to BioLife. We take the generous gift of these donors in order to make these therapies. We make it safe, fast, and easy.
You know, you're compensated for your time while you're coming in and donating.
I just really wanted to thank you for your donation because y'all do change lives. Y'all really do. And I'm thankful for that.
There are over 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and nearly every single one of them is named after a location or a historical figure. But along the shores of Lake Michigan, there is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope. It is so easy to get lost in what this world lacks, to become discouraged by its needs, gaps, and flaws. Can we see beyond the uncertainty and brokenness? At Hope College, we do. Not by ignoring the world as it is, but by learning and living with the belief that this is not the world as it should be, by driving to understand, to unlock clarity, to amplify truth, by leading with inspired compassion, by embodying a vision that illuminates greater opportunity for all, by serving with anchored conviction, using our collective gifts to offer this world what it needs most. Hope. Not simply hope as a desire, but hope as a way of being. Because hope has changed the way we see the world, and hope drives us to change the way the world is. Because hope shapes our calling. Because hope inspires our dreams. Because hope empowers our talents. Because hope frees us to try. Because hope transforms what we believe, transforms how we act, transforms who we are. At Hope College, we know this life-altering grace is a gift we have all been given, and it is the greatest gift we can offer the world. Hope transforms.
Welcome back here to DeVos Fieldhouse as we have some highlights rolling now of a back and forth first half that Hope had a second quarter, especially the second half of the second quarter, Scott, that they had to be excited about.
Well, they were able to get a little bit of space, I think, after Olivia DeClean picked up her third foul. And I do think if we had any doubt that she was the glue that held both ends together, I think that doubt has been eradicated, because they ended up going to some people, trying to get into that other spot. Morrissey, Jepson, who else I think went in there? I think Emma Harris took a crack at it, and none of them really could answer it the way that DeClean. So it's got to be DeClean, it's got to be Grushinsky and Gierchik that's got to trigger this comeback. And, if you've never played Hope before, you don't understand. Like, 14 points is a lot because they play such good defense and they have just a lot of potency on offense.
Yeah, Hope got to what I like to refer to as kind of their snowball effect there in the second quarter, where defensive stops turn into offensive points really quickly and a lot more quickly than you see a lot of other teams that they face.
So looking at the first half stats, Hope with an advantage in almost every category, 51.7 in shooting compared to 40.7 for St. Norbert. Free throws are miserable for both teams, 60 and 63. Rebounds, Hope has a slight edge, and they will trigger to start the second half.
Here's Meg Morehouse. Hope looking to get off on the right foot offensively here. Ella McKinney. Oh, circus shot by Ella McKinney. The senior from Hazlitt with a left-hand little mini hook shot.
The harder you work, the luckier you get, JG.
McKinney steps in. Oh, nice move there. Chloe Krashinsky, and you get the sense that was an important offensive trick for St. Norbert to immediately have the response.
Absolutely. They gotta stay this closer.
Morehouse almost got the corner triple to go, and St. Norbert chance to claw back into this one and kind of take a bite out of this Hope lead here early. Olivia DeClean, who we see back out there after picking up her 3 fouls in the first half. Nice step-through move. How about that from Casey Jepson?
Majerus tried to anticipate the steal just a quarter of a step late. 12-point
lead for Hope with just about a minute gone in quarter number 3. Claire Bagley kick out to Majerus, and Hope cold shooting start here to start the second half.
Every possession is going to be critical here in the third quarter because it's going to have to, they're going to have to start chipping away at the lead. 12 doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot.
That one tipped away.
Defense like that.
By Claire Bagley, the Forest Hill Central grad.
Ranger Pride. Who else went to FHC, JG?
I know a couple people, and they might be in the immediate vicinity here with headsets on.
They might be talking to hundreds of viewers around the country or around the world right now.
Oh, nice corner triple try there. Casey Jepson. How about Jepson? 5 early points.
She started the game and was quiet in the first half. Big third quarter opening for Jepson.
Savannah Feenstra, awkward play inside. Kate Majerus, yeah, if she's that open, she's going to knock it in. Majerus gives Hope the 12-point lead.
Good kick from the big to the other big. 4-5, playing well together, in and out.
Majerus, the Sycamore, Illinois native, and again, the Hope recruiting area of the Chicago suburbs.
Morehouse giving 0 daylight to DeClean right now.
Just pestering. 8 on the shot clock. Morrissey, baseline. Casey Jepson, the sophomore from De Pere, has 7 points in a row here to start the second half.
Has she scored them all?
I think so.
No, yeah, I think she has. No, she's got 5. I think maybe she's got 4 of the 6, because I think they had 31 to start the half.
Casey Kierchek. Nice runner by Chloe Krzyzewski. And there's 2 different ways this ball game could have gone. St. Norbert could have started slow in the second half, and Hope could have really blown it open, but St. Norbert's came to play. Ellen McKinney has also come to play, right-hand finish.
We'll see if St. Norbert, they can score on offense, but do they have the capacity to stop the powerful offense? So far, the answer's been no.
Oh, Casey Jepson tried to string another one together.
She was feeling it, but that's probably, she wanted to keep that one in her pocket.
Oh, Majerus lined that one up.
Coach Morehouse screaming for some motion on offense, and instead they get a turnover.
Yeah, Coach Morehouse, you can see him a bit frustrated on the sideline here as Morrissey guarded closely by Bagley. Nice cut. Oh, unable to handle it initially was Casey Jepson, but Jepson, after not scoring in the first half, 10 points here in half number 2.
I think it was slipping out of her hand, and it still went in. She is feeling it.
Casey Jepson just about the leading scorer for St. Norbert. Bagley, oh, Claire Bagley, that's what's so tough about Hope. You feel like you have them on the ropes, and then they throw a punch like that.
It is raining threes, 13, 14 with between the 2 teams combined.
Tipped away by Bagley, off to the races, Bagley and Jepson. Bagley left-hand finish, leaning away to give Hope the 12-point lead.
The Ranger with a kiss off the left side.
She basically had to run from Ada to score that one all the way down the court.
Ada's finest.
Olivia DeClean guarded by Meg Morehouse. Meg Morehouse won't give an inch.
She's 45 feet away from the basket, and she's up 1.5 feet away from her.
Oh, Feenstra about an inch away from that one. DeClean deep triple. Oh, Olivia DeClean, back and forth we go.
Morehouse looks tired. Might be time for Gardner. I think she's sitting there. We just can't see her because she's over the ledge here.
Yeah, Morehouse gassed right now, you can tell.
We're going to get immediate timeout here in just a second.
Bagley, oh, Claire Bagley. Have yourself an afternoon, Bagley, and goes through the contact to finish.
She's got 7 coming into the half. Let's see if I can find it here real fast. Bagley had 2. No, she had an egg. She's got all 7 in this half.
Claire will head to the free throw line.
5:03, so we won't get immediate timeout, but at least Hope got their subs in. I got the idea Mo said, overplay on defense. If we get beat backdoor, so be it, because everyone is really up in the business of the Norbert offensive players right now.
It puts so much pressure on these ball handlers from St. Norbert, and another turnover from the Green Knights. And we'll have a media timeout here at DeVos Fieldhouse. 12-point lead for the Flying Dutch. We'll take a quick break. NCAA basketball here, first round action from DeVos Fieldhouse.
My name is Shay, and I have a condition that I take a medication that's made out of human plasma.
Hi, Shay. Welcome to BioLife. We take the generous gift of these donors in order to make these therapies. We make it safe, fast, and easy.
You know, you're compensated for your time while you're coming in and donating.
I just really wanted to thank you for your donation because y'all do change lives. Y'all really do. And I'm thankful for that.
Welcome back here to DeVos Fieldhouse, Holland, Michigan. Want to thank you for joining us here for this one. To my knowledge, we have listeners from everywhere, like Salt Lake City, Utah, obviously De Pere, Wisconsin, and I'm sure Oshkosh, Wisconsin as well. So thanks for joining Scott Vanderstoop and I. We have a close matchup here between Hope and St. Norbert.
It's a 12-point spread, but give St. Norbert credit. It's the best quarter they've played. It's really been their best 5 minutes. But as I've said a handful of times over the last 3 years, most teams at this level could play with Hope for 5 minutes. Very few can play with them for 40. And I think what you'll see, I'm wrong about almost everything on these things, but I think you're going to see the Green Knights get tired. And, the clean has to stay clean, so to speak. But I don't know if they have the firepower to stay up, because now we got all fresh faces for the Dutch, and we have tired faces for the Green Knights.
Yeah, definitely something to watch for St. Norbert. They've ran basically a 7-player rotation here today. I hope obviously going with more of a 9 or 10-player rotation. Keegan Kaiser topped the key, and yes, a lot of substitutions, including Olivia Bellows, who just checked in for her first action today.
She didn't play all first half, that's right.
Bellows, sophomore from Lake City. St. Norbert offense, big couple minutes here for St. Norbert to try to continue to claw their way back into this one as Taylor Theory swings it over. Oh, got to a good spot. Did Chloe Krasinski, and gets corralled by Kendall Sietsma.
I wonder if they've got like some kind of back screen set they can run, because that Hope is up in the grill of all of the ball handlers. Like, they are just suffocating them, and they got to get loose somehow. But it's a very talented defense, as you know. Easier said than done.
There's a nice extra pass there by Carson Carlblum into the corner for Olivia Bellows. Bellows couldn't knock it in, but that's a high percentage look for Hope. Wide open corner 3.
Gierchuk in, Grusinski out.
It's a clean, guarded by Gardner. Thought Sietsma might have reached in and
got that, JG. Get the ball, man.
That's a turnover on me. That's one. That's
you had your hand on it? Yep, off you.
They always say if you touch it, you should. If you touch it, you should catch it. And PA announcer Darren Dicemars just let me know that I was open, and I agree. I would have shot it if I would have caught it. No doubt about that.
You called a great game. We've got to be remembered for the things you did well tonight.
Carson Carlblum up top to Gardner. Gardner in there for Morehouse, who had a couple great minutes. Keegan Kaiser, left wing triple, but Bellows, who just checked in, will head to the free throw line. Olivia Bellows making her presence known.
She beat Gierchuk to the ball. I don't know if people block out anymore, JG, but if you're not going to block out, you got to get to the basketball. And I know it's a different kind of skill set, but, they're just slashing and they're beating them. So, 12-point lead. Morehouse got her little break.
Yeah, oftentimes people talking about rebounding, they ask me, I hear in conversations like, what's the best skill for a rebounder? And I feel like it's just the will and desire to go get it. There's special cases where you have really elite offensive rebounders where in the scouting report you literally have to turn, make contact first. Even if you aren't the person that gets the rebound, let your teammate go get it. So Bellows, good job of just pursuing the basketball there as Hope leads by 14. Oh, nice pass inside there by Gierchuk.
Well, those are the back cuts and interior passing they're going to need, because Hope has not stopped overplaying, even way out 40 feet away from the basket.
Hope's pressure and yeah, like you said, the fact they're overplaying, you have to think that that's going to start to get into the legs of the Green Knights. You can already kind of see the effects of that. I don't know. Guarded closely by Feenstra was Casey Gierczek, and she was able to finish 11 points for Gierczek.
It makes the defense tired, but Hope has subs, but it takes extra energy on offense to try to beat these overpasses.
Feenstra with a little bit of shake and bake too. She faked right, went left, and finished.
That's going to be Gierczek's second. And Feenstra with a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play.
Feenstra, 19 points on the evening.
It's about the only thing she's done wrong tonight.
Feenstra, the senior from Osceola, Indiana, transferred after her freshman season at Northwood University. Nice job defensively here against Gierczek, who's been so comfortable. And here's Jada Gardner, intercepted, go the other way. Oh, what a pass to Morehouse. Point blank look, couldn't get it to go.
Everything was right about that except the ending, but great play by Morehouse and Gardner.
That one tracked down in the corner, and we're going to have a St. Norbert timeout. The pressure of Hope is just wearing on St. Norbert. They've done a nice job at dealing with it so far. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
We're going to go to a full timeout on this one, so we will be back in 60 seconds, Mr. Channing Pearson, with more NCAA basketball.
Starting in college taught me to strive and be the best athlete I can be, but also the best student I can be. My coaches always made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's going to become a professional athlete. So they make sure that we will do great in academics. I knew that would only open the door to my future, and I'm really excited to start my dream program for physical therapy.
In a Hope Forward model, every student who comes through the doors of Hope College would have their tuition 100% covered.
We want to say a special commendation to our crack staff tonight. Tonight, running the replay booth is Jonathan, the queen of the camera from the top row, Miss Valeria. Valeria, she's got her earpiece in. And then I think it is Ranger Strong tonight. Besides the two people on the mics, JG, I think Megan might be a Forest Hill Central grad. She's one of our floor camps. She's smiling. Ranger pride. And Zach, the other court camera. Channing Pearson, our student extraordinaire director. And the Ed McMahon to my Johnny Carson, the legendary Steve Secor. Wow, well, we've got a late developing story. We're going to get to that right after that call, JG.
Right down Broadway, Meg Morehouse. She took that one from the opposite free throw line, 60 feet, 70 feet, all the way down to the other end. 16-point lead for Hope, and the defense, I can only describe it as swarming right now.
Suffocating. I'm going with suffocating.
I like that adjective as well as an English teacher. Got your thesaurus out. I love it. Morehouse over to McKinney. Oh, McKinney, deep NBA triple. Oh, Ella McKinney from Grand Rapids knocked that one in.
Emma Morrissey would have been out on that in the first half, but I just think they're too tired.
Good job by St. Norbert, though. Like, no hesitation, ran right to the rim and got fouled.
They are fearless when they come back, even though they're down by 19. We got some new reporting here, JG. Not only is Megan a Forest Hill Central grad, we have some early reports that Zach is a graduate, is a Forest Hills Eastern Hawk. Is that right? We're going to look for confirmation of that. But this is a Forest Hills strong production indeed. Just don't ask me what year I graduated.
Somebody get this on the Forest Hills Public School Twitter account. Like this should be put out everywhere. Marketing team, this is good stuff.
Absolutely. Raven Jemison's going to check in, and Savannah Feimster's going to get a break. Raven Jemison's had a great last third of the season. Her footwork has been spectacular. A little quiet in the first half. We'll see what happens here. She has the ball top circle.
Jemison, top of the key to Meg Morehouse. Oh, McKinney. So shifty is Ella McKinney on the baseline. Knocks it in, and that gives Ella McKinney 15 points.
She's winning the matchup right now against Morrissey pretty decidedly.
And all of a sudden the lead has ballooned to 20 points for the Flying Dutch. That's going to be a travel as Morrissey tried the spin move. It's a nice spot to try the spin move, but just shuffled her feet.
We're up to 20 points as the third quarter is winding down. And if we've seen it once, we've seen it a dozen times. Hope just wears you down with their depth and multiple weapons.
Jemison over to Bagley, who's had a nice second half offensively as well. Oh, Bagley, that is what they call a weight room move there, right through the contact, left hand finishes.
Olivia Decline looking to the bench here. They're going to go with one possession as it has not been in a quarter that the Green Knights are going to want to remember as Hope has taken control.
It's a clean 10 on the shot clock. Go-to player for St. Norbert. Oh, nice cross-court pass. And sure, the legs becoming an issue here for St. Norbert. Morehouse gonna throw up a prayer here. Morehouse, oh! About 3 inches off, and the place would have gone nuts if that would have gone in.
Blown the roof off. What a quarter for the Dutch.
70-48 is our score after 3. Hope really puts pedal to the metal in the third quarter. We'll be back after a quick break. 3 quarters gone here from Voss Fieldhouse in NCAA basketball.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is Hope.
3 quarters gone here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Welcome back, NCAA basketball action, as the NCAA Division III tournament kicks off today in men's and women's hoops. Hope College men's team earned a victory over Bethany Lutheran just a couple hours ago. The Hope women's team trying to advance to the round of 32 as well.
22-point lead. I just saw the Wartburg Knights leaving. They watched the first 3 quarters. That's more than I thought they would watch. It's 9:11 Eastern time. I just went back. I had the privilege of calling that first game, JG. Brittany Young, 5 3-pointers for 15 points. She played 30 minutes. Macy Harris played 30 minutes. Jaden Murphy played 29. Sarah Faber played 30. My point is, if Mo has a chance to sub players, I think he needs to do it right now.
Oh, nice job by Rose Hahn to corral that 50-50 ball, and a little bit of defensive miscommunication from Hope. Driving in was Casey Gierchek. She couldn't finish.
Good defense by Raven Jemison.
Jada Gardner does a nice job getting to that free throw line. Kicks it out to Carl Bloom. Carl Bloom to Bagley. Jemison will head up for 2 shots, and nice job by Revan Jemison, really covering a lot of ground there offensively.
Gierczyk's going to get the foul. That's going to be her 3rd. Looking at minutes played, I don't want to overemphasize this, but Bagley's played 23, Feenstra 21, Majerus 20, and Mag Morehouse 19.5, and McKinney 21.5. So I'm thinking that this is a good chance to maybe get some rest, because it's what is going to be 22 hours from now. They're going to be back out here playing.
One of the interesting aspects of March, that quick turnaround, right? And it's not just the legs, it's the preparation for the next one. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if it's if a scouting report was given to the winning team here tonight in a couple hours. You know, they'll turn right around and prepare for the next one.
That's why probably Greg Mitchell and Ken George are not watching this game. My guess is they are going to stay up all night.
Have definite memories of being on the road at Augustana University when I was a student here, and late hotel conference room meetings and everything else. These Division III athletes also trying to keep up with their schooling as well. March is quite the grind. Nice pass inside to Casey Gierczyk, and Gierczyk is fouled. I think they'll say that one was on the floor.
So right now we've got players on the floor who have had fewer minutes. So Bagley's out, all the starters are out, and I'm thinking we're not going to see them back, given that we need to play again in another 22 hours against a very good Wartburg team, a tough, grinding Wartburg team. They play good defense.
Yeah, Scott, you called the first one. Any takeaways from people that might not have tuned in from Wartburg? You mentioned the defense.
They're very well disciplined. They're very well coached. They don't make a lot of mistakes, but they don't have a lot of offensive firepower. So, they had 3 players in double figures, but nobody had over 15, and they only scored 57 points on the season. I think they averaged high 50s, low 60s. So I think it's a team Hope can manage defensively. The question is, can they kind of bust through the defense like they eventually did for St. Norbert? And that's going to be the challenge, because they are well disciplined and they play good fundamental team defense.
Deep triple. That one was by Morrissey, someone who had a really nice offensive start to the game. She's the one that Hope is keyed in on here, because the sophomore Morrissey had 2 triples in the first 3 minutes of the ball game.
Coach Morehouse a little frustrated with the failure to secure that defensive rebound there. I heard the foot slam from all the way over here.
Kick out here to Krasinski.
That's a double step through move, JG.
Yeah, I was gonna reuse my covering a lot of real estate line, but then I realized that was an illegal amount of coverage there. So go the other way. Hope leads by 22. About 8 minutes remaining here in this one from DeVos Fieldhouse. As you mentioned, the second unit on here for Hope, including Kendall Seatsma with the ball.
3-second call, JG. When's the last time you had a 3-second call in a game you coached?
Not this year.
Not this year.
We just finished our 22-game season and then didn't see one. But you know how we play over there. A lot of threes. We're not looking inside much.
Work to the perimeter.
Yeah. Oh, nice move inside. Talking about a step through. That one, picture perfect. Chloe Krasinski.
The Euro step.
Jada Gardner. Gardner does a really nice job of getting to that elbow spot and making plays, kickouts, dump-offs to the centers of this fine Dutch team. Oh, nice job there by Keegan Kaiser. Kaiser, not a player who's usually really aggressive offensively. Nice job of picking her spot.
Pretty form on the shot.
Gardner is guarding Olivia DeClean, and DeClean, someone who I don't know if DeClean is subbed out in the second half, Scott.
No, I think she's been held quiet. And she had a big impact early on, then got into foul trouble, and Hope's been able to keep her down the whole time. Got some new reporting here, JG. There's a debate raging among, we have a good, strong contingent of Iowa people from the great Hawkeye State. about who exactly are the Wartburg rivals. Coach Stu Fritz from the baseball team says, indeed, it is Luther. Chris DeDoer from the provost office says, no, Central College, the other team, who are the Dutch.
Oh my!
So that's a tough league there, and we are going to see the Wartburg Knights, rivals to Luther and Central College, out of the American Rivers Conference tomorrow night.
Wartburg, a school that Hope fans should be familiar with, faced Wartburg just a few years ago in the NCAA tournament when they hosted, and that was a great back-and-forth ball game. A lot of Hope fans will remember, so some familiarity between the two programs.
The Middle-Age Caucus is chiming in on my text, by the way, blowing up, saying, indeed, blocking out is the lost art of college basketball. Footnote, Mark Grassmeyer, an outstanding college basketball player in his own right, and Hope parent says, whatever happened to the blockout, Stoop? I ask you, young man, you're the coach now.
I'm not sure. I think maybe it has something to do with the higher amount of threes taken in the last 5 to 10 years. Longer shots mean longer rebounds. Oftentimes those rebounds are easier rebounds. So maybe gone are the days of really banging down low and working to rebound layups. When people are jacking up threes, those,
they're going to come out far. They're going to come out long.
They're either right in the center, or a lot of times guards are grabbing them at the 14-foot line. So might be a change in basketball style. Nice job there of getting inside was Emma Morrissey.
Sydney Viss in from Byron Center, South Christian grad.
Sydney Viss, exciting freshman for Hope, somebody who her role is going to continue to grow here.
Her brother's a player at South Christian. Did you guys play them this year?
No, and
grateful.
Yeah, he is a big-time player, only a sophomore, and Division I type of prospect there. I think he recently took a visit to Michigan just in the last couple weeks. So
I'll be darned.
I've
heard he's the real deal. I did not referee him this year, but I heard that he was the man for the South Christian Sailors. We got a timeout for Hope College. We're going to take a break ourselves. Mr. Channing Pearson, why don't you bring us back in 60? This is NCAA basketball.
Whether you're building your dream home, buying a fixer-upper, or downsizing, the process can feel overwhelming. Let the local team at Lighthouse Title help the closing process be one less worry. Just ask your real estate professional or lender to close at Lighthouse Title. To learn more about how we are involved in our 35 communities or to ask us any questions about the process, visit us online at lighthousetitle.net.
We want to say hi to our distinguished Professor Emeritus Don Lydens, who's got a group from Worthington, Ohio, looking along the what we used to call the World Wide Web. Now I don't know what we call it, but we're also being recorded, JG, like for some kind of social media thing. So we gotta have our game on for the last 5:56. So say hello to everybody who's joining us. We're enjoying the love. We appreciate the support. Whether you are a one out of the Norbertine tradition in De Pere, Wisconsin, or somewhere along Hope Nation, we are grateful you have joined us at JG. It's our last game together, my man, but as always, it's good to put two Rangers together for a fun evening.
Absolutely. Something about Division III basketball in March, just it feels different. The intensity is heightened, and it's been a really entertaining evening here in DeVos Fieldhouse. Here's Sydney Viss, just talked about her before the break. Kick out to Carson Carlblum, someone who's been a big offensive piece for Hope here lately. That one's tipped away by Olivia DeClean.
She has not quit, even though it's been a frustrating half for her.
No, the Conference Player of the Year in the NACC. And especially as a senior, wants to end her career by really battling out here. Sydney Viss
got fouled.
Yeah, the poke away from behind in some traffic. There's DeClean. Yeah, Olivia DeClean will knock that one in. The senior from De Pere, Wisconsin, playing for her hometown school.
Second three-pointer of the night. She's got 6 total. When I say Viss got fouled, it's one of those calls you're not going to get when you're up by 22 in the fourth quarter.
Keegan Kaiser out to the aforementioned Sydney Viss. Battle by Jemison, and a really nice box out there by Casey Gierchik.
It was. I think it actually might have been Serrato. Did Serrato have that box out? And I think we're going to go to the line. We'll see if we've identified the shooter here. Let's see. I guess I don't know if we have a replay on this. You think it was Gierchik?
I think it was.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. You don't want to lose a shooter on a foul. So credit to the officials, because this announcer got it wrong. I thought it was Serrato.
I've got to tell you, Scott, I'm not much of a fashion aficionado, but I really like Casey Gierchik's shoes. Those are sharp, white with a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow in there.
Absolutely. Are you a Packer fan? Is this where's all this green?
No, I hope the Lions win the Super Bowl next year.
Okay, very
good. Lion through and through. It's a tough life, but maybe it's looking up.
Oh, I was a Lions fan, but my oldest is now dating somebody who's coaching in the NFL, so I had to switch loyalties. So
oh boy,
I just cheer for the laundry now wherever he happens to be employed.
Meg Morehouse got to the free throw line here. Under 5 minutes to play from DeVos Fieldhouse. Oh, nice job by Kaiser to try to tip that one away, but Casey Jepson was there.
I think Jepson accidentally gave Keegan Kaiser a knee right in the back as she came up in pain, but the foul is going to be on Kaiser. Wrong place, wrong time, and that will send St. Norbert to the line.
Yeah, you can tell Keegan Kaiser walking a little bit gingerly right now. That has to hurt.
But up by 17. She's staying in. Oh, look at this. My prediction about the starters not coming in was once again falsified.
Casey Jepson at the free throw line. Jepson, who has had a stellar second half. All 10 of her points have come in the second half. The 5'8" sophomore from De Pere, another De Pere product, and a good job by head coach Amanda Leonard Perry to recruit local.
Local talent creates a good energy, and sometimes those are faculty kids. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Hey. It could be. It's like, kids who stay home because their parents work there. We get that quite a bit at Hope, as the kids try really hard not to want to go to Hope, but they visit and they love it, and so they end up going where mom and dad work.
Hannah Kurtz, who just checked into the ballgame. Nice left-hand finish, the sophomore from DeWitt. Oh, Raven Jemison just stayed straight up there. Such nice defense there from Jemison, and Hope will go on the run. Oh my goodness, touchdown pass, Morehouse to Keegan Kaiser.
That's a Laker fast break.
And here goes Morehouse again. She'll take on the entire group. The Hope basketball, Meg Morehouse, 4 minutes left, up 20, still playing as hard as she can.
So my favorite name of the 50 or so we've called tonight, number 15 from St. Norbert, probably because I teach psychology and I spend a lot of time in intro. Taylor, and it's spelled Thiry, Theory. What better name for an academic than Theory? It's my favorite.
It makes it really easy on the pronunciation guide as well. Just, hey, Theory.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll take a quick timeout here. We have a Hope timeout, less than 4 minutes left. We'll be right back with NCAA basketball.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
I want to give a special shout out to athletics fundraiser and assistant AD Ms. Angelique Gaddy, one of Hope's finest, who graced this floor for 4 years. Also part of South Christian Sailor Nation, watching along tonight. Jiki, we expect you. The snow will be cleared tomorrow. We expect you to see you out here. 7:30 tip, my friend. Bring Dylan.
Olivia Bellows in the corner, 10 on the shot clock for the Flying Dutch. So that one was a travel. Good St. Norbert defense. Good denial defense that caused the travel and the turnover.
Got a sub into the game, JG, a senior from Neenah, Wisconsin, Ashley Ortscheid, making her first appearance.
St. Mary Catholic graduate. There's Casey Jepson, guarded closely by Sydney Viss. Jepson will get to the opportunity to add to her 11-point total at the free throw line.
Hope under their season average. Give credit to the Green Knights defense, and they will win handily here, but they were challenged, certainly for the first 20 minutes for sure, 24 minutes, but Hope did have a really, really good third quarter.
Taking a look at St. Norbert's season stats, they held opponents to an average of 50 points per game, so really hung their head on defense all season. Did a good job of slowing down this Hope attack for long stretches, and just a couple 2 to 3 to 4 minute stretches for Hope really gave them the lead. Bellows outside to Gardner. Tick down towards 3 minutes left here. Oh, nice kick out here, Hannah Kearns. Look at the movement. Oh, Bellows just long, and no one else other than Olivia DeClean.
That's old school ball movement, Jordan George.
Baseline try there. No good, and here comes Hannah Kearns.
Jada Gardner puts the ball behind the back like she's walking downstairs. Just smooth as the other side of the pillow.
There's some players that just really have the ball on a string. And Hannah Kearns, I feel like I'm watching a replay of that because that's the exact same way she scored the first time. Left hand, little leaner.
Left-handed off the window.
Olivia DeClean still out there battling over to Emma Harris. Emma Harris, the freshman, knocks it in, and that'll be an and one for Harris. Garner called for the block, and I wonder if Jada Gardner might have been in the restricted area or moving, and or both.
Or on a team that's ahead by 20 points with 2 minutes to go. I know as a coach you don't want me to say that makes a difference, JG, but I have news for you from the officiating caucus. That makes a difference.
I've reffed my fair share of Hope College team camps in the summer. It's
kill the losers with kindness. They go into game management mode eventually.
Olivia Bellows, look at the ball move. This group from Hope, group of mostly freshmen and sophomores, really nice ball movement. Bellows, another corner triple try. That one just catches iron. Oh, showtime here at Navas. What a pass from Keegan Kaiser. Courtney Lee finishes for two.
Kaiser to Lee for the deuce.
Kaya Stropus. Over to Aspen Frederick. Frederick gets tagged with the travel call, and
Frederick, a freshman. Get this, we got somebody from the Wolverine State, a 5'6" freshman from Powers, Michigan, Bark River Harris High School. All right, lifelong Michigander. You ever heard of Powers? I've heard of Flint Powers.
I think it is. I think that's a UP.
I'm going to put a research team on that. I'll be back in touch with my investigative report.
My prediction is that Aspen Frederick is a Uper.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, Sydney Viss.
There's Flint Powers, which is a Catholic school, but I'm thinking that's not what it is. I think you're probably right. Menominee County, you nailed it. You should teach geography at Jenison High School.
History minor. History minor.
Population 382.
Woohoo! And it makes sense. Wisconsin, there's a lot of people that geographically,
absolutely,
northern Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula have a lot in common. Oh, Courtney Lee, this 6-foot center tries it from outside and knocks it in, gives Hope a 21-point lead. Courtney Lee, when Courtney Lee gets in on the action from outside, that's when you know it's been a nice offensive day for the Flying Dutch. Strobus no good, and here comes Viss. To Bellows, Hope will be content to play a little bit slower. Oh, I thought Lee might have tried another one. Kurtz, what a pass inside, and that one tipped away.
Good defense. Indeed, we're getting a little grief from the executive crew here about talking about high schools, but I'm still captivated by this Powers Michigan population 382. Ms. Frederick representing the 906 with some fancy play here in the final minutes.
Kaya Stropus down low, and it looks like that was 31. Ashley Ortscheid stepped on the baseline there, the senior. 20 seconds left on the game clock, and Hope's going to be content to dribble this one out. And Scott, it wasn't pretty. This St. Norbert team really came to play. Physical ball game, but Hope able to eventually just really wear down this St. Norbert crew. Has a lot to be proud of after going 24-4 this season.
They had a great season. How many people could say you went undefeated in a 10-team lead? Truly remarkable. Congratulations to the Green Knights and their coaching staff. We wish them well. And for those who are listening along the way, know that the people here wearing green represented your school and your town very, very well. And we wish them the best of luck with the congratulations for making the NCAA tournament. But for the Hope College Flying Dutch, JG, you live to fight another day.
That's what March is all about, right? Survive and advance. Hope able to play again on their home court tomorrow, 7:30 game time here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Would love to see you out here to support this team that is really hitting their stride at the right time, the Hope College Flying Dutch. That's all from DeVos Fieldhouse tonight. NCAA first round action. For Scott Vanderstoof, I'm Jordan George. Hope wins this one, 82-61 over St. Norbert. This has been NCAA Division III basketball.
There are over 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and nearly every single one of them is named after a location or a historical figure. But along the shores of Lake Michigan, there is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope. It is so easy to get lost in what this world lacks, to become discouraged by its needs, gaps, and flaws. Can we see beyond the uncertainty and brokenness? At Hope College, we do. Not by ignoring the world as it is, but by learning and living with the belief that this is not the world as it should be. By driving to understand, to unlock clarity, to amplify truth. By leading with inspired compassion. By embodying a vision that illuminates greater opportunity for all. By serving with anchored conviction. Using our collective gifts to offer this world what it needs most. Hope. Not simply hope as a desire, but hope as a way of being. Because hope has changed the way we see the world. And hope drives us to change the way the world is. Because hope shapes our calling. Because hope inspires our dreams. Because hope empowers our talents. Because hope frees us to try. Because hope transforms what we believe, transforms how we act, transforms who we are. At Hope College, we know this life-altering grace is a gift we have all been given, and it is the greatest gift we can offer the world. Hope transforms.